Welcome everybody to another episode of the Providence Lucha Talk. I am your boy JayAguila,
And this Luisito.
and we're here to talk about everything and anything about wrestling. But before we start, Luisito, how are you doing today?
I'm good. Looking forward to see. I want to hear your opinions about what has happened in wrestling for the past week, especially yesterday. AEW and NXT, and the things that are coming up, especially the event that we got going on this upcoming month too as well.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what. And Tyrell, shout out to you, bro. How are you feeling today? Facts,
Yeah.
Facts, bro. But with that being said, thank you for everybody supporting us on our social media. Please be sure to follow us on our Facebook, IG, YouTube, Twitter, Providence Lucha Talk, as well as our podcast media wherever you listen. We're in there. You know what I'm saying? Just give us a listen and make sure you give us the 5 stars and thumbs up. So let's start with one of the biggest news that occurred within the last 24 hours. Well, it's going to be a few days before you guys listen to this audio. It's the return of Kenny Omega. Now, Kenny Omega was a surprise third person on the trio match against Andrade and his crew.
Mm-hmm.
Kenny Omega teaming up with the Young Bucks, of course, the Elite, but they didn't call them the Elite, which is kind of surprising. I told both Frank and Luisito on Monday that Kenny Omega was returning on Wednesday. I play out well. I did like the turn. I just didn't like the delivery.
I liked the turn. I didn't like the person that came to help them out. I would have preferred Omega. I would have preferred Omega come through.
Omega has been out for 260 plus day now, so
yeah, they needed somebody.
But Heyman Page, it should have been him.
But Heyman Page is with the Dark Order. Omega,
it should be
Kenny.
Either Kenny about no Dark Order no more.
No, but I'm saying, but like Heyman, but plus 2, like Heyman.
I said it because I had a reliable source who believed within months that he was returning for this moment. And I was off my chair when I saw that happening. I was like, dude, you are now called the Oracle. So the Oracle, shout out to you. You know who you are. I appreciate you, man. You made me look like a hero. What is your reaction to Kenny Omega return?
I appreciated that he came back. I think they could have saved him for All Out. I feel like AEW showing us their cards too soon. Because we had for this pay-per-view, not pay-per-view, but basically there's this themed Dynamite that they had. They had basically CM Punk. They basically gave us everybody a one shot, which is fine. Mm-hmm. But I feel like they could have paced, especially now they're like a weekly TV show. They should have paced themselves because we had CM Punk, literally show started CM Punk. Then we had Moxley. Then we had Daniel Bryan. That's a good match. We had Y2J, and it was just like. Which is fine, boom, boom, boom. And the people probably that were in the crowd probably loved it, and it was probably live. It was crazy. I don't know
what's so special about West Virginia, but you guys,
it was just lucky, they got everything.
Lucky people.
And then we got like Kenny Omega performed well for recovering from all his surgeries. But I feel like they could have paced for me. They could have paced themselves. Maybe he could have been a surprise person for like All Out or something else. But he came back. It was great. I like that they brought Don Callis back and his little manager as well. And he took a couple of bumps. That was kind of the Dragon Lee dive. That was crazy. And he won, which was good. But I think it was a little too early for me. But it was great. I appreciated that he came back, but
there's no such thing as too early, to be honest with you. Everything has a purpose. Everything was meant to be. For him to return the way he did is just give us a sign that, he probably calculated this to the T, because again, the Oracle was predicting this for months in ahead, be like, this is the day that he was going to return. There have to be a particular reason. They have not revealed that secret to me, but...
Do you think they're going to... I know this was the semis. Okay, the quarterfinals the same as for the Trios Championship. Do you think they'll make it far into it, or do you think they could potentially be winning the titles and be the inaugural Trios?
I want to finish my thoughts before answering your question. So... is seeing the way how they format it, because one thing you said was really interesting is that they brought out nearly all of their top aces to the show. Mm-hmm. I don't see that's a bad thing, because the thing is that WWE are bringing back players as well, return players, lovable players, people who are really excited to it, and their viewership has increased at least to 500 to a million views top, because SmackDown was not doing that great, and 2 weeks ago they made 2 million. So bringing Kenny Omega now, honestly, it doesn't hurt him. It may look rushed, but probably everything was calculated to the T for him to do it. Kenny is a smart kid. He doesn't do things just to do it. You know what I'm saying? True. So CM Punk, I think he was a rush. Kenny Omega, calculated. To answer your question about the trio question, honestly, it would be dope if the pillar of all elite wrestling, if the pillars are able to become the first trio, I think that'd be dope. I don't think they ever done that before. I mean, I believe they have all been champion, tag team champion, heavyweight champion.
Yeah, they all basically been in the history, basically their own TV shows.
Yeah, the crew has been decorated in gold, but for them to be as a crew, as a team, to be in gold under the same titlement and be the first, I mean, I think this is the one thing that they're probably going to get away with, you know, because Y2J was the first one for the heavyweight.
True.
We had
I think it was SCU was probably the first one.
The TNT was SCU for tag team. TNT, I believe it was Cody Rhodes.
Yes. Because he brought it.
Yeah, because he brought it.
Yeah.
And then after that, Jane being the first TBS champion, and the women champion, little skinny Rio being the first. You see what I'm saying? None of them were the first.
No, true.
So for them to attempt to be the first trio champion, something that they probably wanted to be for a very long time, I think that's, self-rewarding. Now, my question to you is, who do you see in the finals? Because I think obvious one team is definitely advancing, but who do you think is going to be their opponent for All Out?
I personally wanted Andrade and his boys to
be in the past.
That would have been my pick before Wednesday. If I just not knowing Kenny, not knowing what I know now, I would have been like Young Bucks literally picking up the loss and they're gonna continue on. I think. I would say the Death Triangle
versus the Elite.
Yeah, because I feel like anybody. I don't know what other trios. No, I'm saying what other trios are available. But like the Trustbusters, no. Orange Cassidy and Best Friends, they could make it to almost to the end, but I don't see them like a real contenders. There's really nobody else like in the picture. Yeah. Either that or the Malachi Black, and I don't. That's about it. You know what I'm saying? Like.
I'm hoping my prediction that I said a while ago does happen, and that's Kenny bringing orders to the house. And the only trio that I could see going against the Elite or whatever they decide, the Undisputed Era, is the only way that they could, tie up the story. Yeah. Maybe it's rushed, maybe they'll take longer, whatever it's going to be, and just build that up so that way, the Young Bucks beat the Undisputed Era. They become champion. They take order again. Or the Undisputed Era could, take leave. Mm-hmm. And, they'll be fine. Because I don't think Adam Cole is a great... Adam Cole Baby, I should say. Sorry. Is a great wrestler. A great promo dude. I don't think his heart is still in AEW. You know what I'm saying? Personally, I don't think... Because they're not really utilizing him the way he should be used. And that's my only argument. His girlfriend is there. His best friends are there.
I feel like his
crew is there.
His essence is not there. Like, he's there in body, and like he does what he brings tickets and sells merchandise and everything, but he doesn't feel the same Adam Cole as he felt in NXT. Like, he's not running. Like, he's not the man. Like, he's lost in the shuffle.
Yes, in AEW. Yes, yeah, and I think that's something you said earlier during his arrival to AEW, that he might get lost in the shuffle. You probably said that a long time ago, but it's sad to see people like Adam Cole, the Red Dragons, Miro. It's sad to see Cassidy not being used to Orange Cassidy being used to his full potential. It's sad that Darby is still doing these gimmick matches just to be relevant. It's sad to see that Pac has to have a title that only could be defended on Mondays. It's just sad that these people, like when Pac used to be Neville back in WWE and he was the king of the cruiserweight. My God, what that was big man energy for sure.
Yep. Until he met Enzo and that he just was like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah. After sure, he got that big boulder in front of him. But other than that, his run.
Yeah.
For as long as it was amazing, and it's sad to see that now he's defending titles on Tuesday. Maybe the Death Triangle could make it to the final. I don't know the future, but my hope is Undisputed Era and the Elite.
That I feel like that's what they probably are trying to do. That's why Adam Cole kind of betrayed the Young Bucks just to create some. We all know it's going to happen either way, but
the friction was going to happen. Yeah. But it's like what I said before. It's like Kenny Omega's returning is to clean the house. Yeah. And if they actually go for that push that I'm hoping for, and may I remind you again, is Kenny Omega getting the Undisputed Elite to go toe-to-toe with New Japan Wrestling in the Bullet Club. They could do that, man, for Forbidden Door 2 or whatever it's going to be called.
That'll be good.
I'll be the happiest dude because I'm calling it now or before. And not like before, like when they start revealing the cards. Like I'm trying to predict their move because you said it too. It's like AEW becoming very.
Basically, they swap places. Basically, like as soon as the Triple H era began, the strategy that Triple H took is basically what AEW was doing in the beginning.
Yep.
And now that AEW is becoming like they swap in places, which is kind of interesting how like a company that just started, they're not trying to push the envelope. Now they like just absorbing as many people that they have enough time production wise, but they're not giving us like they're giving us same people, which is fine, but it's just like it's becoming a little stale.
See what happened was, and those who know sports will understand this, someone did an audible. And that audible was WWE. They did an audible with having Triple H running creative out of the blue. And
I think Shawn got promoted.
Shawn Michael just got promoted as Vice President of Talent Development, which is well-deserved too. Round of applause for Shawn Michael. That man, those two together are truly D-Generation X. Like, literally is in the name of the team. They're like generation. They're like...
Because I think the stuff that we're going to see from this whole like new era... We definitely are seeing, like we mentioned last episode, like Dexter Lumis, we probably see The Way, Theory, Candice LeRae, Gargano, probably reunite again.
Rumors are saying that Gargano has a great chance of returning to WWE now.
I know Indy Hartwell on the last episode of NXT, she got a little portrait drawn by Dexter Lumis. They're going to get reconnected, so I don't know if she's going to be brought over to the main roster. And same thing, Zoe, remember last time we could remember her name, Zoe Starks. She lost to Mandy Rose, so she's part of the tag team division that maybe her and Nikita Lyons might move over to the main roster.
But it doesn't mean that they're gonna go far.
No, true. But that they're trying to gather people to come across, and also we had the NXT UK coming over to NXT, basically invading it, which was great.
Oh yeah,
so we had Gallus, and we also had Tyler Bate, the UK champion. After Bron Breakker defeated, basically they're gonna face off and creating a basic storyline for Wars Collide, which is gonna happen before AEW. So it's gonna be Clash of the Castle the 3rd, the 4th early over here, but it's gonna be like late night in UK. It's gonna be Wars Collide, then All Out is gonna be right after.
Yeah, because they're trying.
So that weekend's gonna be.
They're
crazy.
trying to take viewership again. WWE did an audible. They did an audible, and defense are like, which is AEW. They're like, yo, what is the play? And now they're trying to go man to man. But sometimes when when you got the top receiver against a basic cornerback, he's gonna get smoked. Your running back probably gonna be going through holes. And that's what they're doing. They just like running through the yards.
And AEW is trying to pull another audible. They are making the AEW Championship match between CM Punk and Moxley next week instead of All Out.
They could.
So it's just like they given us like a match that's like a pay-per-view match on a regular like
because
Wednesday.
they probably have something bigger coming.
And I wonder
in All
who's
Out.
gonna be. I wonder what's gonna happen. We'll see what happens on Wednesday, but it's just like who will be the next contender, because there's nobody in the title picture at the moment besides them two. Because Hangman's on the side, everybody else is busy with their
CM
programs.
Punk call out Hangman. I'm surprised Hangman and CM
That
Punk,
promo was great. He was like,
I'm surprised they're not having their match next week. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then Moxley be on the sideline just to like intervene. Yeah. I'm surprised that's not happening. If they truly go with the Moxley versus CM Punk next week, obviously something bigger is they probably have in mind for All Out. They're probably bringing someone from New Japan, most likely, because they're nobody. Who they gonna bring back? Moose from Ring of Honor.
yeah, but it's not. That's not gonna do anything. Gresham is not at that level. He lost her as Cesaro. I will say probably Jay Lethal. I'm sorry, Jay White. Sorry, Jay White.
Yeah.
Or Osprey, but that's only two. Like that's only two people that are at their level. There's nobody else in the open
Unless
market.
if they're trying to force Kenny Omega into All Out in the sense that he does double the work.
Yeah,
that's the only
I don't
thing
think he's there. I wouldn't want him to be. I want him at 100% and face whomever if he's gonna take the title again to be at 100. Like right now he's like at least 70%. Like I don't think he was doing his stuff, but like you could tell that he's still recovering.
It was weird just seeing him wearing the. I think that was like a compress.
Yeah, so he had the shoulder thing, and he also had the waist. Like he had tape around. That's why he had the shirt over.
And usually everybody know when Kenny Omega is wearing a T-shirt, it means he has no respect for his opponent whatsoever. When he wrestles with the T-shirt, he doesn't give a fuck who you are. He's just there to make money. Once you take off the T-shirt, you got his respect. I thought it was kind of weird just with him in that type of attire, but it is what it is. That's Kenny Omega.